What's up, internet? It's Sunny, and I don't know if you know, but I am a huge Texas Rangers fan. I love the Rangers. I love baseball, I love football, I love hockey, I love basketball. I like sports in general. I'm a huge DFW sports fan, and when I saw today at the Oakland A's and Red Sox game that this banner was unfurled at the game, I don't know how they snuck that in, but it says, "Racism is as American as baseball." I understand that racism is a big, sore spot in American history. When there's slavery, there's racism, and then there's Jim Crow laws. Everything to do, racism is it has lots of subcategories. But I really don't think that racism is American as baseball. If you look at, baseball today, most of them are Latinos. You got people from the Dominican, from Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Cuba, all these places south of the border. And you don't really care what color they are, you just want them on your fantasy team. If you're drafting for fantasy, you want them on your team so you can get the most points so you can win the pot. I don't do fantasy, but that's just, how it goes. But is racism really as American as baseball? Yes, it is a sore spot in our history, but that's not something, racism is something that we do not celebrate as a whole. Yes, there's some people who still want, segregation and still want black people to go back to Africa and Mexicans to go back to Mexico and all these other, all these other people going back to wherever they came from. But that is the smallest and the tiniest minority. Racism is not as widespread as you think. PewDiePie isn't a racist. Donald Trump isn't even a racist. You may not like him. I didn't vote for him, but he's not a racist. He may be stupid and he's not politically correct. That's all it is. You don't like him saying this stuff that he says. But nah. Racism, don't ruin baseball with your virtue signaling, okay? We just want to watch baseball. We want to eat hot dogs. We want to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Hopefully that's not too triggering for you. Why do people think that racism is as big as it is? Why is that? Is it because, we have cameras everywhere now and, everything is brought to light now that, we have social media and the news and, magazines and stuff like that? Is that why? Is it because people now believe that white people are the source of every single problem in America and that black people are still not excelling in things like math, science, all the STEM subjects, and, we still have the bulk of the prison and, black people in jail? What is it? Why do you think that racism is still a huge problem in America? Which I don't think it is, but according to other people, it's still a very huge problem. Is it the cops? I mean, these are just questions that I'm asking, I guess, to social justice lawyers and to hardcore leftists. Because when it comes down to it, the only violence that I'm seeing in America when it comes to, I guess, race issues is, every once in a while a cop shooting will happen. And living in Dallas, you don't need to virtue signal on this grand scale. I mean, the banner was pretty big. They spent a lot of time on this banner just so they can get those tickets right there where they know the cameras were going to be. This was planned out. All for them to get kicked out, the banner confiscated. You went viral, congratulations. But you didn't fix racism. So what now? What are you going to do now? So my thing is, if you really feel that racism is a problem in America, if you're white, help black people out. Don't just virtue signal and virtue signal and virtue signal until the cows come home. Go volunteer at a homeless shelter or an old folks home with predominantly black people in it. Volunteer your time. Donate your money to charities, not to some black person who's demanding that you pay her or pay him because white people did slavery. If you're a black, help communities that are affected by black on black crime, or volunteer to be a big brother so a small child with no father in their life or no mother, whatever. You know, be a mentor to that person. Stop virtue signaling, stop protesting, do something. We're tired of seeing your signs. We're tired of hearing your chants. We're tired of you doing the most without doing anything. We need action from the people who are the most vocal. You can say all you want, you talk a big game, but you're really not doing anything. So that is my challenge to these virtue signaling SJWs and leftists alike, who talk a big game but don't do much. I want to see you out there helping people out. Like Houston, we were all together helping people out. Didn't matter if you're black, didn't matter if you're white, except for Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen can go somewhere. But most of Houston was in it to win it when it came to helping people out. I want to see the social justice warriors do that. Instead of making campaigns and, you know, marching in the streets, we don't need that no more. That's not doing nothing. It really isn't. Because we can see right past you. Because you're all talk and no game. So, I guess this is a challenge video to SJWs and lefties. Do something rather than just talking and virtue signaling. So, what are your thoughts on that banner that you saw at the game? Are you a fan of baseball? What's your favorite team? Again, mine is the Texas Rangers. We're not going to make the postseason, unfortunately. We're just at 500. You know, we won half of our games, so maybe next year. So, like if you like this content, and subscribe. And if you're new here, share the video. Trying to red pill people, and I really want this challenge to go out there. So, you know, I'll even do it with you. You know, I have a crazy job and I really can't get out much. My car is broken too, so I really can't get out much. I'd love to volunteer. If, you know, SJW's up for it, I'll be there with you. So have a great day, y'all. I'll go do the same. Bye.